this week, we marked 1 year since the deadly Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse, and now all eyes are on other bridges in Maryland that may be in need of repairs. Government watchdogs at openthebooks.com are digging into that. In fact, joining us now, we have investigative journalist with Open the Books, Jeremy Portnoy. Jeremy, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for joining us. You know, what can you tell us about the condition of Maryland's bridges? That's the big focus now and a major concern here in our state.
Yeah, so we've been looking through this data set from the Federal Highway Administration. They're saying that currently there's 250 bridges in Maryland that are structurally deficient, right? So that's out of almost 5,500 bridges in the state. It has been making progress. The number of deficient bridges has decreased every year since 2020, but there's still a bunch, and they're concentrated in Baltimore, right? If you look at the 10 most traveled deficient bridges in the state, 7 of them are in Baltimore.
Wow. Let's talk about, Jeremy, the Bay Bridge, a Johns Hopkins study finding it ranks as the 12th most vulnerable bridge in the nation, with a collision expected every 86 years. And we're talking tens of thousands of cars driving over that bridge every day. Did you find anything on that?
Yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, 250 bridges that are deficient. The 2 most traveled in Baltimore, they actually get up to 70,000 cars a day. That's on Perry Parkway and on Russell Street, right? But when they look at these bridges, there's 4 components that they look at to decide if it's deficient. There's the deck, there's the superstructure above the deck, substructure below that, and the culvert where the water flows through. So if any of those components get a ranking of 4 or worse on a scale of 1 to 10, that means it's deficient and needs some sort of repairs.
So how normal is that, Jeremy? How do Maryland's bridges compare to the rest of the country?
So it's actually a little better than in most other states, right? Maryland, 4.6% of the bridges are deficient. That's the 12th best rate in the country. Washington, D.C. is doing even better. About 2% of their bridges are deficient. The worst is somewhere like Maine, Rhode Island, around 15%. West Virginia gets all the way up to 19%. So obviously in Maryland, it's a hot topic because of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. But compared to other states, we are doing fairly well.
What does this research tell you, Jeremy? What needs to be done from here?
I mean, I don't mean to scare anyone. Just because a bridge is structurally deficient doesn't mean it's in immediate danger of collapsing, but it does mean there is a risk. And, you know, even bridges that are up to code, you never know. The Francis Scott Key Bridge was not listed as structurally deficient before it collapsed. So it's just, you know, one area that possibly needs more spending. We talk about every week, all the different government waste we see at the state level and at the local level here. That's all money that potentially could be reappropriated to invest more in infrastructure.
All right, Jeremy Portnoy with Open the Books. Thank you.
Thank you.